Hlengiwe Vilakati. Say hi to Hlengiwe.
Hello everybody.
Anyway, so Hlengiwe, thank you so much for doing this with About Ghana. We're so excited we're always excited, to do things about art, what's happening in the world of art and stuff like that. But without wasting any more time, why the name Anke? Okay.
It's actually my parents' names.
Okay.
My father's name used to be Joel, and my mother's name is Nonsa.
Okay.
But when I was finding different meanings or definitions in other languages for my mother's name, I was searching and googling and all of that, and then I came across Anke, which is originally an Arabic name, but popularly known as a German name.
I see. That's an interesting mix. Okay. And then, what inspired the birth of the Anke Gallery?
I really don't know. It's just something that I've always known that I want to do.
Okay.
I think when I went to other two galleries or anything that is art related, I was always happy
and intrigued by the culture.
Absolutely, and I would just find myself very, very excited, and so I started working with young artists. Through the art fair, curating, searching, promoting young artists for their developmental space, and it's something that at first I just wanted to be a volunteer, and then
just so that you can be in the art space.
Absolutely,
okay.
I just wanted to be there, and then I started realizing that actually there's a huge gap for emerging artists. They don't have young artists. They actually don't have a future, a voice, or anything that actually. Most of the time, the commercial galleries will want an artist who's
renowned or established, or that type of thing.
With a bit of experience, So there was nothing encouraging the young artists to keep going.
To come out.
So I felt that I could be that, I could be the bridge, between the commercial galleries as well as the consumer, So because once the artist has exhibited a couple of years, then they
takes you to that next level.
And then I can, refer them to a much more established gallery or one of the big four, So and also creating a market for them as well.
Okay, that's wonderful. And then, are you an artist yourself? And what style do you subscribe to?
I'm not an artist.
I'm repeating this now.
But I've got a great eye and great love for art,
which is important.
Art excites me.
Okay.
And I like to chop and change.
Which is okay. There's no rules to stay with.
But I'm more. I like mostly traditional art.
Okay. Is that your African type?
I like expressionist art.
Alright. Mixed media.
Absolutely, because I just find the world it's just as distorted as expressionist art is.
True, that is very true. Then tell me, which up and coming or existing artists should people be looking out for?
There's one great artist. Unfortunately, I'm going to be a bit biased.
That's okay. You lie about
So I'll only speak about the artists that the gallery works with. There's an amazing young artist, Susiso Spasana.
Okay.
He's really great. His style, his composition, he's so mature in the way that he details his art that you'll be surprised at how young he is. So he's one of the artists that we are really, really doing whatever it takes to
get him out there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And there's another young artist as well, CBC.
Okay.
And Stanford, he was actually, his background is extremely sad because he was born of a mentally disabled mom.
Okay.
And that's why like his subject it only centers around poverty, hunger, the love of the mother.
Something is very melancholic.
Absolutely,
Okay.
because he would go for days sometimes without food, because his mom has forgotten that she has a son. So his paintings are about women, the love that women have irrespective of their
circumstances.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
And there's also a young sculptor, a girl,
Okay.
She is amazing. I think when I look at her sculptures, it makes me think of Picasso's drawings.
Wow. What an interesting relation. It's like Picasso's painting coming to life almost.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What's interesting for me is that you speak of these established galleries, compared to your small space, which is quite intimate and very welcoming, where these artists are inexperienced, yet I feel as an artist myself, I feel like here's a space where you are really promoting them and really trying to get them to that establishment, and speaking of experience, it's like, what is experience if there is skill?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then this is my standpoint. If ever I was in your position defending artists, because in a way that is what you're doing. You are defending artists, you are creating a voice for them, and you are speaking on behalf of their talent.
Absolutely.
So that we can see. What it take for an artist who doesn't know which way to go, how to actually get himself out there, for people to see his work? What does it take for them to be admitted into the Joe Anke gallery?
I think there's 3 tires that are like anomaly apart.
Okay. As
criteria. Like very, very simple criteria.
Okay.
One of them, when I ask them to send me their profile, I always look at the work and see that, does this work shift consciousness? Do I look at the piece and think, like, oh my God, either in an exciting way or in a way that I get
something
educated.
that evokes emotion.
Absolutely.
Yes, okay.
And then I will also see that when are they dedicated, meaning how long does it take for them to respond, and if maybe I touch base with
how
them.
How serious they are.
Exactly,
Okay.
And also the third criteria, it's very much social based. I try to identify, like, listen to the little things that will actually confirm that this person's heart is on the ground.
Yes.
Because you get amazing things from people who think of society first.
Yes, true. That is true. I think the products of that is really amazing. And it's more amazing in the sense that you can see it come to life. And it evokes emotion, like you were just saying. Do you think that the fine art industry is at a level where it should be in South Africa in comparison to the art districts like your Berlin, Beijing, New York?
Oh, no. Not as yet. The main difference is that South African contemporary art is just as globally recognized as
any other.
Absolutely. The only difference is that we don't have the same amount of buying power. And that what creates the challenge.
Yes, which kind of undercuts us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because if you compare South Africa to China, for instance, like China has way surpassed South Africa, whereas in South Africa you only have 2% of the total South African population that visits galleries, museums, or buy art. So that's a very, very small. And that art is actually an exciting thing.
Yes.
It's something that you wake up and it just lifts up your mood.
And you can't put your finger on it, but it does that. This is something that really affects me personally, and there's always been this grey cloud notion of art not being a respected industry. People think it's just about painting pretty pictures or sculpting just for fun, and not really understanding the art of art. Right? So how does this indirect disregard make you feel as someone who is passionate about the arts?
It's one of the things that actually motivates me. to change that perception, you know, because it's only a non-intelligent people that will think that way, you know, because there's a whole lot of intelligent thought that goes into one piece. You know? So if you don't understand that, you know, it's definitely a pity.
It's a pity. It's really a pity. You're missing out on something that could really enrich your life in a different kind of way that you didn't know you were missing in the first place. So you're also in advertising. Do you find it easy or challenging to manage both professional careers, and how do you do it?
I don't find it challenging at all.
Okay.
You know, I just know that I just have to do this.
It's something you need to do.
Both of them, I have to do them.
All right, that's fine.
But I think with the art, there's actually even like I think a bigger fetish, you know, which is what we were just saying earlier about how disregarded it is. So kind of like creating that value and creating that you know level of respect, because it also starts with us as well.
You know, to demand the respect you want.
We have to, you know, we have to do it like in so many ways, in the ways that we present ourselves.
And then the final question, we really want to know, who is the real Hlengiwe Vilakati? Who is she?
She is a mother, a growing entrepreneur, and a passionate creative.